Never amazes me when people try to tell you about the food or drinks that are served at the restaurant that you work at, or for any job that you have. When people try to tell you about the information that you are trained in, that you deal with conveying and communicating every single day. And the fact that it doesn't stop in real life. Every single day at the restaurant that I last worked at, I would give people fried polenta, and inevitably someone would say that it was yuca. And I would have to say, oh, no, we do have yuca fries, but this is fried polenta. And half the time as I would walk away, I could hear them to their neighbors, they're wrong, no, it's yuca. No, it's not. If I was feeling catty, I would turn around and say, I'm sorry, would you like me to put an order of yuca in for you, or is just the polenta fine? I work here. Why are you arguing with me? I made a video yesterday, and this is true. The amount of guests that would come in and say, we've been coming here for years, we've never had to order off a menu. What does that mean? I've worked here for 2 years. I don't know a single restaurant that sit down where you don't order from a menu. You're lying. You know, people asking about the alcohol in certain cocktails and me explaining what it was, and then them saying that it was a completely different spirit the last time they were there. I work here. I make these drinks. I know what's in them. And it happens online too. Just yesterday, I talked about how at a certain Brazilian steakhouse that I used to work at, we serve queijo asado, which is a very popular grilled cheese with honey on top. And at the location I worked at that company, that corporation, every location in fact, they used a white cheddar. That's what we used. Any Brazilian, and there were many that I worked with, would tell you that that was not the traditional cheese, but that's what we used. People in my comments, it's actually not a cheddar at all. I worked there. If it wasn't cheddar, why did the box say cheddar? Why did my gaucho chefs order cheddar by the pound every single week? Why were we told to tell every guest when they asked what it was that it was white cheddar? Why did hundreds of people across 2 different locations tell tens of thousands of guests over the past several years that I've worked there that the cheese that we order that says white cheddar on the box is white cheddar if it's not white cheddar? Why would I say that? That doesn't make sense. You don't work there. And the fact that, again, digitally, I understand children were left behind, but it occurs in real life all the time too. Please, servers, what is the most absurd version that you've experienced of this, of someone trying to tell you exactly what was or was not in something that you were serving?